What's going on, everybody? Today we're back at it again with another review slash discussion slash I don't know what else to call this. So today's topic at hand will be the Kybalion, right? Uh, the Kybalion Hermetic Philosophy by the Three Initiates, right? Now the Kybalion is basically how do I say this? It's an introductory book to, I would not just say Western esotericism, but also to Hermetic philosophy. I mean, it says Hermetic philosophy on the book itself, right? Pretty book, right? But yeah, so this book, it's a very short read. It's about like, I know it's less than 200 pages. Yeah, it's like 150. Probably less than that. Uh, yeah, it's a very short read. It's an interesting read, and it's interesting because again, it's an introductory book. It doesn't actually teach you how to go about any of these different like rituals or changing vibrations or rhythm or polarity. It doesn't exactly teach you how to do that, but what it does do is that it, how do I say this? It it basically gives you like an outline of what the stuff actually is, right? Now, if you grew up in the 21st century, I'm pretty sure you heard some crazy blue-haired girl talk about, oh, like he wasn't vibrating at my same frequency, we weren't at the same rhythmic, whatever the fuck they want to call it, right? Now, we've always heard that stuff, right? You know, love is not the opposite of hate, or hate isn't the opposite of love. Hot and cold are not really opposites. Cold is just the absence of heat, which technically makes it an opposite, but cold is just the absence of heat, right? So basically, this book just outlines everything that's, I want to say taught in New Age, but not just taught in the New Age. It's taught in Western esotericism. Now, Western esotericism is the, how do you say, the, that's basically where New Age and New Thought come from, right? That's where it comes from. The one thing I will say about Western esotericism, or yeah, Western esotericism, is that it's just a fancier way of saying you're into like occult or you're into New Age or New Thought, right? That's basically what it is. Except that Western esotericism is usually more sophisticated and more rational. It's very academic, right? As opposed, I mean, it's practical as well, but it's very academic, right? Because they talk about alchemy, they talk about Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Kabbalah, the Greek philosophy. Then you have Hinduism. They talk about Buddhism. They talk about all these different things. And Carl Jung, Sigmund Freud, they also play a part in all this esoteric knowledge. And like I said, it's more sophisticated. It's more academic. It's more wordsy. You need to really know a lot to understand West esotericism. But I would say that New Age and New Thought, I kind of consider it the same thing, but technically it's two different things. Yeah, the New Age spirituality is just like a fast food version of Western esotericism. Because I've also forgot to mention astrology and numerology also are a part of Western esotericism. There's ancient practices that they kind of try to bring back into the new, right? So like the they try to bring back like the Cathars, which are like a group of Christian heretics, right? Well, not according to me, according to the church. Sufis are basically wiped off of the map by Muslims. Kabbalah, which is a very Jewish mystic practice, right? Now, this book, getting off of Western esotericism, this book is basically like introductory to all of that. It's an easy, quick read. It doesn't teach you, again, it doesn't teach you how to change your polarity, your rhythm, vibration, or any of that stuff. It basically just outlines the 7 Hermetic principles and explains them to you. So we have mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender, right? So, I mean, I could get into all the details of it, but again, like, You could listen to an audiobook. It's free on YouTube. There's videos explaining all this shit, right? Polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender, mentalism, correspondence, and vibration. They explain that stuff, and I like the way they explain it in the book too. Because when you have a book, you have something that you can go back on, annotate. You know what I mean? You can annotate it. You can write notes. You can get like a diary or a journal or something. Write down everything in there, all your thoughts, and then go back and watch YouTube videos further explaining, because other people have different ways of interpreting the seven Hermetic principles. But I still think it's good to have the book. But if you don't want to invest money in the book, you're just mildly interested in the topic of Hermetic philosophy or the Kybalion, you can go back and basically just watch videos on it. But if you really want to do a deep dive into it, you should get the Kybalion. It is a good read. It's a fast read. And like I said, they just teach the Hermetic principles that were attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, who was an ancient, it's just this ancient, I guess, mystic. Some believe he was Thoth, some said he was Hermes, some said he was both. I mean, even there's an ancient church father in the Christian, Catholic, or Orthodox Church. He taught that his name was Pseudo Dionysius. I don't know if he's a saint, but I do know he was a church father. Pseudo Dionysius said that Hermes Trismegistus basically discovered God, because they believe in one superior being, right? God or Allah or the architect, or I think Brahma is what they call it in Hinduism. Yeah, that's basically what Hermes Trismegistus believed. And he believed there was one ultimate creator being, whatever. There's like a difference between the way he believed that this being had tools to create the universe, as opposed to the Christian thought that believes that God created everything out of nothing, right? So that's kind of where we diverge from Hermetic philosophy. But Hermetic philosophy did influence a lot of early Christian theologians, right? We're talking about the early church fathers, right? So yeah, I guess even if you're a Christian and you kind of want to see what the pagans were thinking about, this is a very interesting novel to check out, whether you're into esotericism, Christianity, or even Islam. I believe, don't quote me on it, but even Islam, especially the Sufis, were very much influenced by alchemy, and Hermes Trismegistus is basically the original alchemist, right? So again, if you're interested in it, if you want to really do a deep dive into this topic, buy the book. But if you're just mildly interested, just look it up on the internet or listen to the audiobooks. But other than that, like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.